what is this 60-day grace period and what is the rule? And I have a lot of questions. I already see people commenting with questions, but I do have a lot of questions. But in a nutshell, can you explain what is the 60-day grace period for the H1B visa holders, and how can they take advantage of this if they are in a layoff situation?
Yes, absolutely. So the 60 days grace period is something that USCIS has come up with to help people who are on a H1B visa. In the past, it was so strict that even 1 day of out of status, so 1 day, even if you're out of job for 1 day, you're out of status. And that was impossible to then follow the law, because you can't leave the same day that you lose your job, right? There are things that you have to do. There's maybe bank accounts that you need to close, sell your car, take care of your business, right? So it was impossible to leave the same day, and people were incurring out of status time because of that. And so this is a more common sense thing to do, to give some grace period for people to either change status or leave the country and settle their affairs. 60 days. I still think the 60 days is not enough, but it's something. Something is better than nothing. Or in the best case scenario, find another job. And unfortunately, in today's market, it is difficult to find another job in 60 days. But at least, as I said, something is better than nothing. There is at least time to breathe and to figure out, where one stands with that 60 days grace period. So, as I was saying, the law was, so strict that somebody came up with a plan to create a new law. And this new law allows you to have 60 days grace period from the last date of your work, whenever that is, from the last day that you've been on the payroll with the company. You have 60 days to either change your job, meaning file a transfer, or change your status, meaning file a change of status to a B2, F1, H4, whatever it might be, or leave the country. So that's what the 60-day grace period is about.
Okay. Now, when we say 50, 60 days, don't we think, they should find something within the 45 or 50 days, because an LCA has to be filed and prepare the application. And typically, if someone came to your law firm, now they're just left with 10 more days within the 60 days. So is there a possibility to get the LCA, prepare the application in 10 days and ship it out to reach before the expiry of the 60 days?
And that's the problem that we've been having. We've received several people have contacted us, companies and individuals alike, where their grace period is, getting over in 10 days, in 12 days, and they are waiting until the last moment before making their plans. I understand that sometimes you might get a job in the last minute, but there are instances in where people are having to choose between job A and job B, and they're waiting until the last minute to choose, because job A is better. They're hoping that they will get that job A, and they're waiting until the last moment before they compromise with job B, and they're calling me 10 days before, or 5 days before, and saying that, oh, okay, can you please file this for us now? We have this job, we've decided to go with it. So it doesn't work like that. If you have the ability to do so, please file that transfer as soon as you can, and don't wait until the last minute to make a decision. You need at least 5 to 7 days to prepare for the LCA to come. Forget about the time that it takes to prepare it and to vet your documents, etc. It takes 5 to 7 business days just to get the approval once the LCA is filed. And now with Thanksgiving break, it's become very difficult, because Wednesday, Thursday and Friday are holidays. So most law firms will not work. So there have been some crunch periods for us because of that, also because people have waited until last minute. So it takes 5 to 7 business days to get an LCA approved, and then it takes time to again prepare the I-129 petition. So even if an I-129 petition can be prepared while the LCA is being processed, we still need at least a week. You still need at least a week of time or more, because this is 7 business days. It's not 7 calendar days. So I would say at least 10 days minimum, 10 to 12 days, calendar days to, send out your case. So don't wait until the last moment.